Heath Ledger has died.
How is this possible that this could have happened to such a young, healthy man?
He played a dark character.
He kept a disturbing diary.
He slept 2 hours a night.
As headlines blamed the Joker for Heath Ledger's death, the character gained a new kind of power, the kind that made him feel real. And soon, he would be.
911 emergency.
Just days after the release of The Dark Knight, police officers are called to a local movie theater where staff struggles to restrain a 20-year-old man dressed head to toe as the Joker. Though his crime was only that he was trying to steal Dark Knight movie posters, a trend was starting. A few weeks later, 2 teens in Virginia leave a trail of defaced Joker playing cards around local businesses, some bearing threatening messages. Authorities charge them with conspiracy to commit an act of terror. Now, at this time, no one in the media was sounding the alarm. The movie was breaking box office records.
It was the best movie I ever saw.
And the only person that had died so far was Heath.
I'd say I really want to see the movie because I heard Heath Ledger, died for the role.
As Heath's death attracted record-breaking crowds to the movie, his character became more than a role. It became a symbol.
I'm an agent of chaos.
But soon, real chaos started.
The Dark Knight re-released today, and I caught it in IMAX. Yes, it was freaking incredible.
Warner Brothers re-releases the movie in theaters to boost their box office and Oscars momentum. That very same day, the unthinkable happens.
We thought that things like this only happened in the United States, and now we see that in Belgium, in a small village like this.
The man caught my attention because of his red hair, says this witness. He was unusually thin and had black and white makeup on his face.
A man named Kim de Gelder enters a daycare. He attacks 2 infants and a caregiver while injuring several others. During his arrest, he allegedly only says the words, "I only have one question," which some say echoes a line from the Joker.
I only have one question. Where is Harvey Dent?
A blog later points out that de Gelder's last name may also be an anagram for Ledger. Though police would later deny the Joker's influence on de Gelder's actions, the media dubbed him Belgium's Joker. Back in America, this foreign horror story got swept under the rug. But the Oscars got all the media attention.
Heath Ledger has left us an original and enduring legacy.
The Oscar goes to Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight.
We'd like to thank Warner Brothers and Christopher Nolan in particular for allowing Heath the creative license to develop and explore this crazy Joker character. Thank you.
Just a couple weeks after the Oscars, a U.S. Army specialist who was obsessed with the Joker attacks his roommate with a stun gun and a knife. He then flees the base in full Joker makeup and costume, and after a violent standoff with the police, the man is killed. A few months later, in Ireland, a teenager dresses up as the Joker and sets fire to his old school.
It's about sending a message. Everything burns.
With a character that brought so many fans joy and was the face of a movie that generated over $1 billion, it would have taken a massive tragedy for anyone to even question Heath's legendary performance. But in 2012, that tragedy happened.
Good thing we're not in that movie here.
The sequel to The Dark Knight releases, and that night, a man walks into a crowded movie theater and opens fire.
And it just brings back these memories of Columbine, these other mass shootings that the country has seen. Who was this guy? Why would he do this?
He had his hair painted red. He said he was the Joker.
At the sound of those words, the media jumped on the opportunity.
New details emerging about who he really is.
This is a guy who is dressed up as the Joker.
He dyed his hair, possibly to look like the character in this scene. He also allegedly rigged his apartment with elaborate booby traps, a favorite weapon of the Joker.
The perpetrator of this evil act has received a lot of attention.
Though the killer was later revealed not to have been inspired by the Joker, the media reporting still ran with it. And from that point on, the real Joker-related crimes got out of control. Just 1 week after the shooting, a man threatens another mass shooting. He calls himself a Joker. In 2014, another man who was obsessed with the Joker goes on a shooting spree with his wife in Las Vegas. They ambush and execute 2 police officers and kill a bystander. 1 year later in Quebec, a man uploads a disturbing video to the internet. Wearing a Joker mask, he vows to kill 1 Arab every week. "We will eliminate all of them," he says. Then, in Hampshire, England, a teenage girl cuts a Joker smile into her own face, lures her classmate into a secluded area, and stabs her. Back in Canada, a teenage boy is attacked with a machete and left disfigured just like the Joker. Then, in Ohio, a teenager robs a Walgreens pharmacy in full Joker makeup. He tells the police it was for YouTube views. And finally, in Florida, a man is arrested with knives and a clown mask, planning on dressing as the Joker and committing a violent spree. For now over a decade, the Joker had been leaking into reality, appearing in courtrooms, crime reports, and surveillance footage. But by 2019, something darker was taking shape. A new Joker was coming, and the world was on the edge of chaos.
This wave of global protests is only getting worse.
A fight that has grown increasingly violent.
The United States, France, Hong Kong, Russia, Chile, Lebanon, almost every country on Earth seemed ready to explode. Meanwhile, Warner Brothers was about to release their latest movie, a Joker origin film centered on the rise of the Joker, scheduled to release on over 4,000 theaters across the globe.
Joaquin!
Joker doesn't open until October 4th, but already critics are calling it dangerous.
The new Joker movie could be used as an excuse for a mass shooting.
Joaquin Phoenix has walked out of an interview when asked about the movie inspiring violence.
And Warner Brothers compelled to state that the Joker should not be viewed as a hero. Do you have any comment?
The media sensationalized this thing and created this narrative.
This character is a terrorist, an agent of chaos, a prophet for mass violence.
But they didn't know what it was.
When Joaquin took on the role of the Joker, he wanted to push things further than ever before. He would dive deep into the psyche of the Joker and invite the audience to sympathize with him, an idea that created a frenzy.
The U.S. military is issuing warnings ahead of the Joker movie's release.
Joker masks and makeup are banned at screenings.
As scrutiny increases, the studio has cancelled red carpet interviews.
Joker is about a white man who's rejected by society, gets angry, and then goes on to kill people.
I walked out of that theater and I was scared, and the only solace I had in that moment was that, oh, everyone else hasn't seen this movie yet.
The media's warnings about the movie were relentless, but little did they know, Joaquin had been on a mission ever since he was a kid.
My job is to provide a service in a way.
To the world, he looked like an irresponsible actor playing a dangerous game. But Joaquin's Joker was shaped by a family devoted to peace.
They wanted something big. They wanted change.
Thank you to the entire Phoenix family. The models of gentleness and compassion.
Years before Joaquin became the family's prophet, the Phoenix family joined the Children of God, going door to door and recruiting others to help spread their message of love and peace. The same message that would inspire Joker 50 years later.
We wanted to make a movie about the power of kindness.
The media preferred to ignore that Joaquin's Joker was about undoing violence rather than spreading it, characterizing him as the leader of a cult of crime. And they never once mentioned that Joaquin was actually perfect for the role, because he knew how horrific a real cult could be.
God created boys and girls able to have children by about the age of 12.
As it turned out, the children of God were not what the Phoenix family thought they were.
It seemed like it was this a community.
These children, devoted to the cult, know all about its practices, including the religious prostitution, which until last year was advocated by Berg to win new disciples.
Joaquin's older brother River would later tell Detail magazine that he lost his virginity at the age of 4.
God, now he's gonna advocate childhood. Yes.
Disgusted by the manipulation of their community, the Phoenix family eventually left the cult and set their sights on a more powerful way to spread their message: show business.
This is the Phoenix family. That's 7-year-old Joaquin on the right. Next to him, his older brother.
You know, my brother and I always talk to each other. Whenever some new script comes in the house, we talk about it and go through it, and it is a big help.
Everyone knows River Phoenix as a dashing, talented actor from the 80s and 90s. But what people don't know is that River was using acting and fame as tools to influence the masses.
I have been encouraged to take responsible action in my life. I would like to redefine for everyone here, if possible, what is an environmentalist. I think that we all just have that natural birthright to be so. We're all in this together. We can all do our part.
I would just like to say that you've opened my eyes.
River fought for the environment, animal rights, and for people who had no one else fighting for them. And as his influence grew, he impacted Joaquin with the phrase, "Run to the rescue with love, and peace will follow."
Once upon a time, there was a little bitty run-of-a-kid, and his name was Robbie. You peeked.
But both Joaquin and River's lives would change as the pressure on River became unbearable.
River's parents created this utopian bubble so that River was never socialized. He was never prepared for dealing with crowds and with Hollywood, for the world in which he'd have to deliver that message. And furthermore, when you're 15, to have to think of yourself as a prophet is unfair.
As the pressure became unbearable, River passed on the responsibility to Joaquin.
When I was 15 or 16, my brother River came home from work and he said, "You're gonna start acting again. This is what you're gonna do."
Joaquin followed his big brother's advice, unaware that he'd be introduced to the world in the worst way possible.
You must get over here, please. You must get over here, please. Over here. Yeah, he's having seizures on Sunset and Larrabee. Please come here.
Okay, calm down a little bit, okay? What's the address where you need us?
It's Sunset and Larrabee. It's at the Viper Room.
Okay, what's the address, sir? Do you know?
What's the address to the club?
Okay, sir. So calm down a little bit, okay?
I'm sorry, it's my brother. Please come here.
Where's your brother right now?
He's laying on the cement.
He's breathing?
I don't know. The last I checked, they said he was breathing. Is he breathing? I don't know if he's breathing. He can't get over here with me. She's trying to give him mouth to mouth. Please get over here, please.
Calm down, okay?
No, I think he's had Valium or something. I don't know. Let's get over here, please.
Yeah, slow down, okay?
Well, where is the guy? Where the are they, you know? Please, because he's dying, please.
Sir, slow down, okay?
Okay, what? What?
Actor River Phoenix collapsed outside a Hollywood nightclub. The cause of death is under investigation.
As River's death was exploited by the press and helicopters swirled above the Phoenix residence, Joaquin's rage against the media boiled, and a new Joaquin emerged.
Joaquin Phoenix is calling actors dumb puppets.
Joaquin Phoenix has flipped his car.
God, you got like several stitches here on your forehead.
Yeah, I did.
Joaquin Phoenix almost sets himself on fire before going to rehab.
Joaquin channeled his pain into his roles, and his career took off. But the message he wanted to spread was being tarnished by his explosive behavior.
Everybody's concerned about you. How you feeling? What's going on?
Feel great.
Actor Joaquin Phoenix was reportedly taken by ambulance from the Memphis, Tennessee set of his latest movie after the script evoked memories of his dead brother.
To Joaquin, the world was loud, shallow, and cruel, and the media twisted every truth, just like the cult that deceived his family. Joaquin knew he had a purpose, to heal, to inspire, but instead, he just kept spiraling.
No, just like the constant whispering, just shut the up, dude.
Footage surfaces showing Joaquin Phoenix having a meltdown on the set of his latest movie.
I hear this guy.
Joker was the biggest opportunity of Joaquin's career and was his chance to make a huge impact on the world. But the role presented a difficult challenge. How do you make the masses care about someone capable of such violence?
Joaquin, he would just do crazy shit where you didn't know if he was going to even hurt himself.
I forgot to punch out. There was a point where we shot for a while, and I think we stepped back and we looked at it and we realized it wasn't the right direction.
Several weeks into filming, Joaquin had to face the fact that the approach he took with his Joker had failed.
I was so humiliated. That was a moment where I just was crushed.
After Heath's performance, expectations were sky high, but the concerns were even higher. One wrong turn could lead to real-world consequences. Joaquin had just days to reshape his Joker and hope for the best.
The new Joker movie is releasing today. We are waiting for the first round of moviegoers to leave the theater.
I just thought, wow.
This was nothing of what I imagined.
I was not expecting that.
Amid online threats, Joker's release was met with FBI warnings and heightened security. But as the film shattered box office records, the feared wave of violence never came. Instead, something very different happened.
It's bringing up another topic beyond violence.
Joker is a movie that gives a voice to the voiceless.
When society turns its back on people who need help, that's where you get violence.
The film was a surprisingly accurate prediction of the kind of background and circumstances which, when combined together, make a murderer.
The crimes didn't stop overnight, but the way people saw the Joker began to change. And eventually, the violence dropped. Various experts and educators began using the character to explore mental illness, alienation, and how society turns its back on people who need help the most. For the first time, the world didn't see the Joker as a cool villain, but as a man unraveling under the weight of a broken society.
And who better to play him than Joaquin puts gum under Letterman's desk, Phoenix, right?
And as awards season came, Joaquin finally got to spread his message.
And the Oscar goes to Joaquin Phoenix, Joker.
God, I'm full of so much gratitude right now. Really, I'm standing here on the shoulders of my favorite actor, Heath Ledger. Now, I've been a scoundrel in my life. I've been selfish. I've been cruel at times, hard to work with. But so many of you in this room have given me a second chance. And I think that's when we're at our best, when we support each other, not when we cancel each other out for past mistakes, but when we help each other to grow, when we educate each other, when we guide each other towards redemption. That is the best of humanity. I want to, when he was 17, my brother wrote this lyric. He said, "Run to the rescue with love and peace will follow." Thank you.